everybody. Thanks for joining in. We've got the second part of our chat with our local expert series chat with the Noel Whittaker, legend in our industry. Hi, Noel. How you going?
Good. Nice to be here again,
Thanks,
Simon.
thanks for coming. So, for those who don't know, Noel has sort of 50 years plus experience in financial services, has run his own firm, was a financial advisor, prolific author and writer, 24 plus, something like that, books, if I'm right, Noel. So,
Something like that.
good
Something.
enough. Yeah, and so really, it's an honor and a privilege to have Noel dialing in today as a financial advisor myself. And we wanted to share some of Noel's wisdom and wealth of knowledge with our clients. So, how's that sound, Noel?
That's fine by me.
All right. So, given that you have written a lot of books, my focus in our business is predominantly on pre-retirement and post-retirement planning. Which of your books in that category, I guess, or two subcategories, would you recommend for someone, first of all, who is maybe planning to retire in the next sort of 5 to 10 years, and then perhaps already in retirement and wants to optimize or, do a health check of their situation?
I
Okay.
think this is the volume. Now, retirement is a big topic.
Yeah.
A major part of it is investor psychology and share market psychology,
Interesting.
because many people, we've all got our biases,
Mm-hmm.
and we talk about the biases and we talk about investing because people they want to jump in and jump out again.
Mm-hmm.
We always say you've got to be a trader or an investor. If you're a trader, I don't do that. I invest for the long term. And that means that some years, and every 10 years, based on history, I'll have six good years and 4 bad years. I also focused on estate planning in that book.
Yeah.
Also, I've got the wills book as well. Yep.
Okay.
There's a lot on superannuation in that book, because most people don't understand the death tax on super.
Mm.
Most people have no idea they can lose 17%.
Yeah. Yeah. We see the same thing.
They don't understand contributions.
Yeah.
They don't understand. I mean, there's people who are 71 could make $130,000 each of catch-up super contributions, wipe out a big capital gains tax bill.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know about that.
Yeah.
They don't understand franking.
Yeah.
If I make a speech, I say, who understands franking? Put your hands up, and about one hand comes up. They don't
Really?
get it.
Wow.
That means it's the best thing we have.
It is.
Why we fought so hard when Labor tried to take it off us.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That was a disaster, that campaign, wasn't it, for
I know it was.
2 election cycles ago. But yeah.
A major part of the book too, the last 60 pages are how to live a healthy retirement life.
Hmm.
It covers attitude, your mental stuff, how to stay young, all the things you need to do. Because there's so much research on this now.
Mm.
But above all, you need that social network, and you need the sense of purpose. And I think at the end of their retirement, most people are better off to go to a retirement village,
Okay.
because then you've got a built-in social network.
Yeah.
We knew some people called Hayden and Joan. When we bought the house at Noosa,
Yeah.
they were the caretakers. So they were sort of the caretakers cleaners. And then they decided we're going to a retirement village. He'd say, "Oh, it's good, mate. I love happy hour. I'm there with 10 me and 10 looking women all having the happy hour." They were so happy.
Yeah.
Then Hayden got sick and he died,
Yeah.
and his wife has the network in place.
Mm.
If they would have been living on their own, she would have been destitute.
Sad. Yeah. What could have happened?
Yeah, so it's so important having a social network, because at some stage, a partner will pass.
Yeah.
At some stage, you'll be a carer for your partner.
Yeah.
Odds on, if you're a couple, at some stage, somebody will be caring for the other partner.
Mm.
Then, of course, when the partner dies, the surviving partners find new partners.
Yeah.
and a whole new set of things happen. All of
Yeah.
a sudden, you've got an older couple, and they've both got their own kids, and they want to keep their money separate. That's a whole new part of estate planning.
It is.
A lot of people don't know. I always give the case about a wealthier guy married a woman who wasn't as wealthy as a second relationship. He paid $500,000 for her nursing home bond. When she dies, her estate gets it automatically.
Uh-oh.
So his kids have lost $500,000.
Yeah.
But the strategy is that he makes her a loan of $500,000. Now, just knowing that is worth $500,000.
It's huge.
See, if
Yeah.
you make errors in the estate planning side, it costs you a fortune.
Yeah. 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 There's a lot of you know, booby traps, tips and traps, I guess, in the system. You know, $4 trillion of super we're heading towards.
Yes,
I think, what is it, the third or fourth largest retirement savings pool in the world, and it is just so complicated.
sure.
So
It's sort of basically not complicated unless you're in it. But we always say if someone dies, don't rush to tell the story. Like, oh, dad died and mum rushed down and told the bank he did, and they froze the account. We couldn't pay for his funeral.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, most households live on an account-based pension, normally from the husband.
Yeah.
Normally. He dies, she rushes and tells the fund. It could take 2 years to get that back.
That's exactly right. They freeze the payment while you go through probate, and you know, I'd say in our experience it's 12 months usually at least.
Yeah, because they need certain paperwork.
Of course.
If you got the paperwork, it should be 9 weeks.
Yeah.
If you got the paperwork, and also test the power of attorney. Now, power of attorney is obvious, but a recent case, a lady gave the 2 kids power of attorney. They went to the bank to withdraw $500,000 for her nursing home bond. Bank said document is not valid because the attorneys signed before mum.
Right.
And this document gives power. The giver can't sign before the receiver. Invalid. Lawyers said easily fixed. We'll get the attorneys to re-sign. Banks said, no, we won't do that.
Okay.
So banks will be obstructed because they don't know the law. It needed to go to court.
Mess.
So much better to go to your bank with the document and rehearse it before you need it.
Yeah, great suggestion. Haven't heard that one before. That's brilliant. So work through those scenarios, work through the what ifs, you know, use those resources, checklists, your books, your guides, whatever people can find, and avoid some of those pitfalls.
And also what we've got now in conjunction with the wills book, it's on the website, the executor's cheat sheet.
Okay.
Executor's cheat sheet.
Cheat sheet. All right.
It's a 32-page downloadable fillable form.
Yeah.
Which you can put things like Simon is my executor, his address, email, and phone number are here.
Would this be it?
Yeah, that's it. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Hey, you're good. You're good.
So,
and they can download that form and save it and reboot it and change it.
Brilliant.
And that contains all these details.
Okay.
See, a major mistake, one of the things is have you prepaid your funeral? Now, many people prepay their funeral and they don't tell anybody. And they suddenly decide it's a bit late when the hearse is going down the road. So in there, have you prepaid your funeral? Who's got it?
Yeah.
Most people say, oh, when we went through mum's house, God, we found all this stuff.
Yeah. Too late.
Some of the books were full of banknotes.
Wow.
All these stories. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, and we see the same thing with our clients. So we have a similar thing to your prompt sheet to, you know, make sure that, you know, the important people in their lives know where the important documents are, how to find them, when to use them, all those kind of things. It's really crucial. Because at the time when it happens, nobody's in any kind of correct mental state to think, you know, to think clearly because they're, someone's had a health turn or worse and all those kind of things. So I like your idea about testing it with the bank and, those kind of things, right? Do it when you're calm and collected and go through the exercise like a dress rehearsal kind of thing.
Sure. And don't be like the guy who did the power of attorney and the will and the advanced health directive and put them all in the safe deposit box. When they were needed, they needed the court order to get them. So make sure people can get these documents.
Yeah, exactly. Accessible is the takeaway.
And also it's becoming more and more common. Oh, Dad made the will 30 years ago, but the law firm's closed down. We don't know where it is. This is fairly common.
Yeah. Yeah. No, lots of things to be mindful of. So
It's all important stuff.
yeah, it
It
is.
doesn't sound much, but it's very important.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more because just the mess that can happen when it's not done or it's lost, as you say, it's just
And
extra.
retirees need to understand the pension rules.
Yeah,
They don't know that furniture is valued at garage sale values.
yeah,
They put down replacement.
yeah, that's right. The classic trick we see is, insured value $100,000 or something, and it's just, yeah, that's
Should
not.
be $5,000.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, that's the guy who's.
There are products now in
Yeah,
the right case
yeah,
where you can buy an income stream and get a bigger pension.
yes, yes, there
They are
are
good in the right circumstances, but not in the wrong circumstances.
indeed, and that's where, yeah, customized advice, personal advice is really important, isn't it?
Sure,
Make
sure.
make sure it's the right fit.
Mm.
So that's great. So lots of things to think about, and your book would be a good starting point for someone who's approaching retirement or wants to, I guess, optimize what they're doing in retirement.
Sure.
And at a bigger level, I guess, for just all the people out there that might be watching, what steps could individuals take to improve their financial literacy and make informed decisions about their money? Because there is so much information out there, and there's sharks and scammers. And what would you say, Noel, to that?
Well, I think my books are a great start for literacy.
Yep, brilliant.
Most people need advice, and someone like you is the place for advice.
Yep.
But also they need to understand time.
Okay.
Now, most of your superannuation grows after you retire, because the way the maths work, it's time happens. I give the case of a guy 60 with $500,000 in super. He wants to retire. If he retires now at 60, he's got $500,000.
Yeah.
He works for 5 more years, it goes to $800,000. So 5 more years, almost doubles his super.
Pretty good return. Good kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money for nothing.
Yeah.
And, remember, when you retire, what are you going to do? You've got 9 hours a day to fill in. If you take your eating and sleeping and socializing and golfing,
Yeah.
still leaves 9 hours a day over. That's 63 hours a week. How will you spend your time in retirement?
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. It isn't just about the money, but it's, as you say, it's what are you going to do with the money, and what life are you going to create, and gaps that you're going to fill that might have been previously a job or a business or whatever.
Sure. So the big question, do I help my parents now or leave it to them? We have a very strong view you help your kids now, not when they're 85 or something and you're passed on.
And yeah, we're absolutely seeing that with the clients that have the means to do so. In most cases, they are. And it's a gift to them as well, because they get to see and feel as a parent the benefit that their kids get from enjoying that some of that money now. It's such a great thing to see. So
then the next question is it a loan or a gift?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the big question.
Yep.
For us, we just said it's a gift.
Yeah.
They break up, it's their business. Other people say no.
Yes.
If you make it a loan, it must have a time on it. It's not valid if it's not timed. You can't say at call,
right, on
demand.
Okay.
You've got to have a national 5 or 6 year term and renew it.
I see. That's interesting. Good tip.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And again, it comes down to the individual family situation and the dynamic and how the parents feel about the son or daughter-in-law and so forth. And as I say to my clients, there's no right or wrong, right? It's about your family and how you feel about it and your values, and we'll build something around that as best we can. So,
So all we can do is warn people of the issues.
yeah,
You
spot
know,
on.
there are some things you'd never do, like you don't go guarantor for your kids if they're in business.
Mm,
You'd never do that.
losing the climate.
And you never put your name on the title deed
Yeah.
if the kids are buying a house. I get this over and over. Oh, we put our name on the daughter. We went half share with our daughter. Now they
Mm,
want to
mm,
transfer it, but now the $400,000 house is now worth $1 million, and there's a 100,000 bill for capital gains tax to do it, and we can't get the age pension.
yeah, I've seen exactly that situation.
Over and over, over and over.
It's sad. They think
And
they're
you
doing the
can't.
right
We
thing to
always
help
say,
the kids.
so go on.
Yeah, they think they're doing the right thing to help the kids, but they don't think through the next the future, the what ifs when exactly that scenario when suddenly they're pension age and half their ownership in their kids' house is counted as an asset and they're not eligible again.
Sure.
They're going to wait 5 years, whatever it is. But
But also, they buy an investment property and have the loan against the home.
mm,
Now, if the loan is for pension purposes, for the loan to be deducted from the asset, it must be against that asset. It's one of these strange quirks.
yeah, another easy trip to
Yeah.
mistake to make for sure.
And as I've said many times, you take advice before the deed is done.
Yeah.
It's expensive to rewrite history.
Yeah, so true. And I think that's a really, really good tip. Yeah, do the work first before the transaction is another way of saying it. And so getting back to, taking advice and getting advice, I'm just going to refer people to your website.
Oh, yeah.
So here we are. Here's Noel's website, everybody. So many great resources. And also, Noel, just to finish off, I guess, if people want to be on your newsletter, they can subscribe here, it's pretty much monthly, isn't it? The Noel News, it goes out.
Yeah, it's about 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah, great.
And what I'm doing now is I'm also doing a podcast with it. So you don't get the newsletter, you get the podcast explaining the newsletter.
Brilliant. So people can
Yeah.
cherry pick what their preferred medium for taking in information.
Sure.
Should try that on my kids, shouldn't I?
You sure should.
Better make a difference. Would they pay attention to dad? Probably not. But anyway, I digress. So that's great. I'll thank you. Some really good insights again. And for any viewers, I'd strongly recommend if you're not on Noel News subscription list, please jump on. There's some great stuff that comes out. Our favorite book is because we specialize in retirement planning. We often give, as I mentioned, Noel, we often give this to our clients. Some people say, you're a financial advisor. Why are you giving them books about financial planning? I'm like, our view is, and this is why I love talking to you, Noel, is that education is like part of our duty of care. It's part of a gift
Sure.
we can give our clients, because if they're better informed, they're asking better questions and we're better able to help them.
I think that was perfectly put, Simon.
Thank you. All right, Noel, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for chatting and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.